We are in for a special treat before lunchtime, and I am about to introduce you, back by popular demand actually, because we had him here last year performing before lunch, is the incredible award-winning songwriter, actor, musician, Steve Shachalin, and he is going to play some of his original music for us. You can come on up, Steve. He is a prolific songwriter, and when I say that, I mean it. He has lately been writing a song a week, and you have to sign up for his newsletters, which are wonderful, and he'll send you his song of the week, and everyone is wonderful, has a special message. And I forgot, what days are you in Strawberry Fields?
Wednesday mornings from 8 to 11, and then Saturday evenings starting at 6 o'clock until sunset, and then we have a circle around the Imagine Mosaic, and we all sing Imagine together.
It's amazing. He and one of his other singing partners, they're there every week. They perform Beatles songs. They've taken video, and people literally from all over the world participate in these sing-alongs, and they're the most heartwarming sessions that I've ever seen. And Steve has also just did a fabulous cabaret show last month at Don't Tell Mama, and you have one coming up, right?
June 19th.
We're all going to be there.
Hilarious and wonderful and heartwarming and entertaining. So
Take it away.
I'm just going to go acoustic here tonight.
Go for it.
So, as you know, okay, I'm going to do a comedy number first. As many of you know, it's very hard to be in a relationship with some people. And I was listening to a very good friend of mine who was talking to her partner, her mate, her man. And she finally just reared back after so much frustration, and she said, I'd rather be naked in the freezing rain, swimming with some killer sharks, swallowing a poison pill, getting mugged in city parks, sailing in an iceberg float, clubbing little baby seals, sliding down a razor blade, sharing someone's prison meals, vacationing in Syria, and having to explain myself to you. I'd rather be shooting up in Sunday school, tearing cats and dogs apart, diving on a hand grenade, smelling someone else's fart, drowning in an acid bath, milking angry tigers' tits, doing college level math, cut up into little bits, vacationing in Syria, and having to explain myself to you. You say you want to talk, but then I find you drifting off. Isn't that like a man? Because you think you know what I am trying hard to say, but if you never listen, then this whole thing is a sham, and I'm not really in the mood to play. I'd rather be drinking sour dinner wine, jumping on a hornet's nest, barefoot in a cactus bed, see my mom and dad undressed. Underneath an avalanche, roasting in an open fire, watching basic cable news, wear a burning rubber tire, vacationing in Syria, then having to explain myself to you. I'd rather sip a cocktail in some Molotov cafe, drive a car in countryside, patrolled by army drones, volunteer for ISIS, just to pass the time of day. Anything to make you go away. I'd rather see Donald Duck as president, Kim Jong-un in underpants, stuck inside a spider web, neck deep in some killer ants, eating worms and vomit sauce, sizzling in an acid rain, amputating body parts, run down by a speeding train, vacationing in Syria, then having to explain myself to you. I love you, but it's true. It's like vacationing in Syria with you. One of the nicest gifts that's been given to me is a chance to travel the world. My partner Jimmy does lectures on cruise ships, or he did until recently retired. But I've been to every continent. I've been to almost every country. And something I discovered along the way, especially when I took trips by myself, I recall a meal aboard a luxury cruise line where the champagne was poured from a silver chalice, engraved with the name of an old Russian palace. Then an orchestra played, a gossamer icing danced across the mirrored floor. Then I look at you and think, you were all that and more. I saw a museum in Paris on a tree-lined boulevard with Picassos on the walls, adorned in rivers of blue. I even recognized a masterpiece or two. I climbed the Great Wall stretched across China, saw hills as old as the sun, with acres of diamonds planted centuries before. And I look at you and think, you were all that and more. The aurora borealis, dazzling curtains of color, with light from heaven's shore. Every place I've ever been, every song I've ever read, every song that's drifted through my door. Then I look into your eyes and think, you are all that and more. Song that's drifted through my door. Then I look into your eyes and see you are all that and more. You are all that and more. Thank you. One thing I love about the idea of a Renewal Summit is we never stop growing and opening ourselves up and becoming new people. I know this for a fact because in 1993, I was diagnosed with HIV. In 1994, I was given 1 year left to live. In 1995, I started to play my music again after a long hospital visit. And I couldn't hardly sit up at the piano. But I had built myself up to about 60% energy level. And one day I just finally got to the piano and I just started playing some great big churchy chords, just going all afternoon. And then I just collapsed. The next morning when I woke up, my energy level was at 95%. The power of the music had actually brought me back to life. And thank you, music. Thank you, music. And I hung on for another year, writing a bunch of songs about what it felt like to live with this disease and how I survived. And in that year, a new medication began to come onto not the market. It was a new medication that had started to work in testing. And so they had a hat where they drew names out of this hat of only 1,200 people across the country who could be eligible for this drug because that's all they had that they could manufacture. And my name got picked in that. And so I am here because of a lottery. Be blessed and gracious and thankful for the little time that you have here, and realize that in a short amount of time, you could actually accomplish a great deal. Because in that short amount of time that I thought I had left, only like about 6 months, I wrote in a musical, we staged it, we performed it, and then a year later we were off Broadway with a musical. And it reminds me that we waste so much time, and there's so much we can do in a very short amount of time if we apply ourselves and think, maybe I don't have tomorrow. What can I do today? So, how did I survive? Well, a lottery. But also, because everyone around me supported me. That's why I love events like this. The idea is to support each other. Because it's in our numbers that we have our strength. Though you've been a rock for me to stand on, beside me every moment of the fight, even though you make it so much better when I go to sleep at night. The fight that I am fighting is my own, and it feels as though I'm going it alone. Now and then my friends take me to dinner, tell me how they're with me all the way. They lean across the table and they say they're thinking of me. Then they take the bill so I don't have to pay. And they tell me they're so proud of how I've grown. And they say they know I'm going it alone. Is it such a lonely battle? Have I been so wrapped up in myself? What about what you've been through as well? Do you lie awake and worry, never falling back to sleep? Are you going through some private kind of hell? Do you also feel you're out there on your own? Do you feel as though you're going it alone? Put you through some private kind of hell. You'd have to read your mind to even tell. Just before I turn to go to sleep, I brush a little hair back from your eye. Suddenly the loneliness I felt just melts away, and I smile because I know the reason why. Can we really say we're out there on our own? Can we really say we're out there on our own? Together, we've been going it alone. When together, we've been going it alone. project said about finding someone to mentor, it changes not just a life, it changes the whole world that that person belongs to. And then it changes the world around them. And I have been in the great position of being able to mentor young people in my position as a musician and whatever else I do. Because I started an online blog back in 1996 when nobody had done that. I was finding that when I was writing about it was a diary that I was keeping about my own living with AIDS, and I found that people all over the world were reading this blog back before the internet was even a thing. So I found myself being a pioneer. We can all be pioneers. We do not know how much effect we can have on the world when it starts from in here and we're changing ourselves and we're making ourselves available. It's that availability that changes the world. So I'm going to do one last song because it's almost time for lunch. This is just a love song. Trace your worry lines. You think you're not as beautiful as in our youthful times. Well, believe me when I tell you, all those lines you think you see are tissue paper overlay, invisible to me. I only see your laughing eyes when love first stung. I only see you young. Remember how you tricked me into sharing that first kiss. I was way too shy to see the signals I had missed. Now don't tell me you don't get it. I see how you look at me. I'm still the awkward juvenile who trips on his own feet. I still feel that first embrace that made us one. I only see you young. And even if there were some subtle flaw, it's woven in the fabric of the face I love most of all. I've loved you all these years. I've just begun. I only see you young. I only see you young. I only see us young.
Special human beings, as you've just seen, and we have a group of our authors. We do gatherings, and we've adopted him as our mascot because he always comes to play for us. So we're all going to see your show in June.
June, and I have business cards.
Yay!
I have cards if you want cards.
Good.
And you can be on my newsletter. I do a newsletter each week, just me writing, no AI and no anything.
Right.
Where I just do some. I point you to the new song I wrote that week, and also maybe some words of encouragement and life and giving, as we all do, as all of you are here in order to accomplish that. So God bless you all, and God bless you for putting this together.
Thank you.